Do you hear this? But the magic is still there. The magic is still there. What if we all need castle like this? This is so interesting. I heard someone speaking about royal family. I don't know if they were actually here at some point, maybe. Almost there. Taking the bus, but this trip is quite weird. I saw some weird people. Maybe I put too much pressure on myself. I wanted to relax today, but I also wanted to film. Oh look, this is the entrance. This is the entrance to the castle and it looks already promising. Entering the territory of the castle. And the entrance looks interesting. What do you think? It looks very well preserved. And this is already inside. I guess it's inside not of the actual castle, but like inside of this area. Oh, this is the castle. I think this is the main part of the castle. But not sure. Oh look, this is so interesting. And I wonder where is the actual entrance. I think that's the entrance. Here. This is the park. I just arrived and I'm wandering around this castle park, and yeah, there is actually many different entrances where you can enter this castle, and I think this is the central one. And there is also the church, which is also really pretty. It's like Gothic cathedral. Do you hear this? It's the sound of the castle. What I wanted to say is that I often have castle-like structures in my dreams. Sometimes they look like a castle or a tower, and I wonder what could that mean. I think Carl Jung said that this type of structure can symbolize the self. And he was also trying to build a castle-like structure later in his life, where he used that as a retreat, as a relaxation place for himself. He didn't have electricity there, he didn't have water there, and he just lived there in his castle. What if we all need a castle like this? Honestly, my trip to this castle was rather chaotic. I even thought for a moment maybe I should go back home. What you see here, there are many different structures around the main building of this castle. And also by the entrance you see dragon figures, which is really interesting. And I wonder if that's something that the owners, like the previous owners of this castle, improvised. Was it their original idea, or was it something that maybe they have copied from someone else? I'm not like a castle expert. Maybe one of you is a castle expert. First of all, today was supposed to be misty, and I think that would be so beautiful to see this castle when it's misty. By the time I arrived, the mist disappeared. But the magic is still there. The magic is still there. It looks like from Harry Potter movies. I just don't really know if I should enter this castle now, or if I should first go for a walk around it and enter it later. It's like 2 hours or 1 hour and a half until it's going to close. And also another thing I've noticed is that there are not that many alternative people in the Netherlands. If you go to a public place, you almost don't really see them. I felt like I was the only person who was dressed more in alternative kind of style. You don't really see it now. And I have been feeling really nostalgic about the times where things were different. When maybe it was like early 2000 and it was like early time early internet time, we were not that dependent on technology like we are today, where it's kind of like difficult to unplug and relax. You always get notifications and you are always overstimulated. And I wonder if we could create something that could bring back that time, but not necessarily go back in time, more like create alternative realities where you can feel relaxed and you can be really at ease and be protected. Like, for example, imagine being inside of this castle for a few days without any phone, without any technology. And I mean, technology can be useful, right? Not like in a way that it starts to distract you from other important things, like taking care of yourself. And now we are entering this church. Is it even closed or is it open? The windows are really interesting. Some interesting part about this church is that you can plan a wedding here. They offer this service. Inside, well, my impression inside was that it's like extremely renovated and doesn't really look that authentic, but it still looks really beautiful. And I think my favorite part about this church was that it has really beautiful, colorful windows with different symbols on them. Look, these windows are my favorite. They also look really cool from the outside. I think they are Gothic inspired or neo-Gothic. I think the weather is getting better, a little bit better. And I think this place is perfect for a date. Today I have a solo date, which is also nice. And I also saw many different people as well on a solo date, but also many couples. I started watching Singles Inferno like a few days ago, and I only watched maybe a few first episodes. I wanted to share with you my impressions of it. But before I continue, I still want to enter the castle. I think it's still time, only like 1 hour and a half left, and maybe like half an hour until you can actually enter it. So let's see the castle first, and let's speak about Singles Inferno while we do it. Imagine filming Singles Inferno here in this castle. That would be also interesting. Well, they film in a quite remote location somewhere on the island. At least it looks like. And I have been enjoying watching the show. I watched all of the seasons. I haven't completed season 4. I thought that was too much focus on one person. So far I liked season 5. I think they have a big diversity of the characters. I think everyone is really interesting, and I haven't seen a lot of it. I watched only first 2 episodes. But let's go and actually see the main castle entrance. I think it should be interesting. Let's enter it. It's probably the main entrance. And I wonder why people like Singles Inferno. It's probably because it gives some alternative reality vibe. Oh, look. This is so interesting. So we have to go downstairs. Maybe it's a good timing to actually explore the castle because it's quite close to closing hours and maybe not many people are here. sunglasses in the back. Like, why am I doing this? It started so early. And now... Oh, that's the entrance. It started with a store. But the store doesn't look very nice. I feel kind of stressed in this castle so far. I don't know where I'm going. Look, this is so interesting. Wow. This is so interesting. Wow. You know, on my way here, I saw a bird. But not like this bird, a different bird. This is very interesting. It's quite big, but there is almost no light. And there are many different works, paintings that we don't really see. Or is it a carpet? Oh, I think we will see them when we go up. I already feel so overstimulated by this castle. I haven't even seen much. There is another room that is kind of closed. I wonder what was inside. Maybe some kind of kitchen. Oh, that's bathroom. Look at this. Oh, with fake flowers. I think my favorite part is the windows. There are some elements much older than I expected. This looks like the office. What I like about it is that every single detail has some meaning at home. Not just, you know, like white walls these days. White walls became quite popular. What I mean by white walls is the minimalism trend that has been ongoing. But what if your home would look like this, filled with many different symbols and a lot of meaning? Look, wow. What is this? Is this a bathroom? I heard someone speaking about royal family. I don't know if they were actually here at some point, maybe. And this is the first floor. What's interesting that, you know, I already mentioned that there is not much nature light coming from the windows. Like, many windows are actually closed. I wonder if they were always closed or they were closed only during sunny days. But today it's not sunny, it's super dark inside. This looks a bit different from how I expected it to look. I saw it on the photos. I haven't actually found that many photos of the interior of this main hallway. Coming back to Singles Inferno, I was thinking, why do actually people like it so much? And I think we all need that escape reality where it's warm, where we see many attractive people we are interested in, and that's what it makes it the show so appealing. I think that's like morning vibe. You know, I read in the book The Crisis of Narration by Byung-Chul Han that this type of society was almost like a performance society. But our society is a consumer society, if that makes sense. Well, this one was maybe a bit too much. It was like an alligator clock, real leather. It's quite disturbing. And this type of interior actually reminds me of a movie, The Angel, 1937 by Marlene Dietrich. Oh, I'm so tired. How do I actually leave? I'm leaving the castle. I have mixed feelings about it. On one hand, I really like the beauty of it, the symbols that I saw. It's very rich on different symbols, different texture, different meaning. But on the other hand, I feel like there is this link to colonial past, right? Everything is so expensive here, but where did the money come from, you know? It came from people who were serving here to make this place possible, right? All the service people, you know, who lived here and who sacrificed their lives to make it all possible, to even build this thing, you know. So, you know, I'm definitely grateful, and I will probably come back. I really like this place. Okay, thanks a lot for watching this video, and it was really nice to show you around. And until next time, bye. Actually, my best part about this trip to the castle, I saw very cool people wearing alternative outfits at the end of my trip around the building, around the castle, and they were really inspiring, you know.